I think it's time.
It's called the Avengers Initiative.
So we've got Earth's mightiest heroes, and they all have to listen to what you say.
The world's a dangerous place, not only this world, but the other world. And in order for us to protect ourselves, we need an otherworldly force of people to protect us. And I'm trying to put that force together and let them know that individually, yes, I think you're great, but as a team, unstoppable. You have made me very desperate.
We're not a team. We're a time bomb.
When you see the final Hulk on screen, do you see yourself in there?
Oh yeah. It's weird, but it's also, it's cool. It's something, you know, we really pushed for, worked really hard to have, and I think it really pays off. I think the Hulk really feels real, feels human, feels like a continuation of Banner in a strange way.
What makes you Hulk out in your day-to-day life?
Greed, corruption, and selfishness.
Stupidity, mostly. Yeah. People do dumb things, I kind of turn to a rage monster.
Oh. Mediocrity, complacency, I suppose.
I don't like it when people steal my taxi cab. That is, like, infuriating.
Yeah.
Really.
Bad tippers. That makes me really mad, just probably because I waited tables so long.
Being on the London Underground in the summer, in rush hour, otherwise known as the Tube.
What are you asking me to do?
When you're on the set with all of these guys, what's the thing you need to keep in mind as Thor? How do you keep that presence?
Well, it was lucky that we'd already shot our individual films, and I was thankful that I didn't feel like I had to come in and kind of do some big song and dance and sort of explain the backstory and, you know, make my mark. People knew who these characters were, so it was an easier fit in that sense.
When they come, and they will, they'll come for you.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
Now, you get to tussle with pretty much everybody. Did anybody really connect? Really hit you?
Chris Hemsworth did, but I forgive him because I asked him to. You know, it's emotionally invested. It's two brothers finally kind of trying to work out their issues, and it's getting kind of dirty and loose. And Joss came back and said, I'm just sort of not really buying it. You need to sell it. It was a particular shot where you couldn't fake the angles. So he punched me in the face. And it was kind of hilarious. And I went down and Joss came back. He called cut, came back and went, I think we got it.
You threaten my world with war. You might not be glad that you did.
You're the one guy who gets to just wear a suit. Do you get superhero costume envy?
Definitely. Sometimes, you know, somebody, Robert, Jeremy Renner, they stroll on one of these amazing outfits that just makes them look like super badass. You know, well, that's not Coulson. But then, you know, a lot of times by the end of the day, everyone's hot and sweaty and really sick of the suit. There's people eyeing my Dolce with a little bit of envy.
You both get to share a lot of scenes with Sam Jackson as Nick Fury. I'd imagine there's not a lot of acting involved when he's barking orders at you.
It's true. He has a very commanding presence, and he just oozes cool. And it's very intimidating, so it was fun sort of challenging that in character.
I thought I didn't qualify. Apparently I'm, what is it, volatile, self-obsessed, and don't play well with others.
Who would you say in the cast is most like their character and who is least like their character?
Least like their character, Ruffalo.
I'm probably the least like the Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo is the kindest man, one of the kindest men I've ever met, and I'm pleased to say has no anger management issues. I think that's a big reach for him to get that green and that angry.
Least like their character, I mean, Tom, you know, it's the nicest guy in the world, and in this film happens to be the most evil.
Well, is Ruffalo that angry?
Apparently, I spent the morning with Ruffalo, and he has an anger streak. Okay, it's lurking right underneath.
Robert Downey's probably the most like Tony Stark.
Hemsworth, he is a Norse god. Totally a god.
He just had that, you get that low voice. So I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Downey without the sort of the arrogance that Iron Man has, but that sort of wit and humour, and that's 10 steps ahead of everyone else. That's him. You know, it's tough to hold a conversation with him just because you're playing catch up the whole time.
Jeremy may be most like his character because he's sort of lone and brooding in a very interesting sort of way, and he understands that whole sniper mentality thing.
Let me put you on hold.
You have quite a tussle, the two of you together. Do you think she could take you?
Oh, yeah.
Like on a street fight?
Yeah.
No way, you could totally crush me. I'd have to like claw you with my fingernails and try to poke out your eyes.
Why would we fight in the first place?
Because you stole my taxi.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah.